when I have worked with leaders, oftentimes there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of trying to correct errors or
Mhm.
highlight failure. I was working once with a leader who had the habit of constantly spending quite a bit of time talking about the errors made, when things didn't go right, when a communication maybe didn't go out on time. And it just deflated the team
Mhm.
constantly. And so that is just an example of how you can shift the way that you talk to people, the way that you approach them, so that the defenses come down, where we begin to build trust and people will react completely differently, right? People want to win, people want to be given the opportunity to try, but it is just a little tweak of how and how someone can communicate that.
Yeah. That reminds me of something that one of the four-star generals mentioned to me when I was interviewing him for my study. Nobody wakes up in the morning and thinks, "Wow, I can't wait to screw it up today."
Yes.
Everybody gets up and everybody really is wanting to do their best, whatever they're engaged in, and we have an opportunity to help them reach that or to prevent them from getting there as leaders. And we think that we're always trying to help them get there, but so often I think we don't. We stand in the way. We inhibit them. We speak ill of their attempts, thinking that we're trying to help, but we hurt probably
Yeah.
more than we
Yeah.
help.
There was a leader I was working with many years ago, and he would be so amazing in validating both his customer and also his team. And so he would have, let's say, a customer come and say, I didn't get the service I wanted, or I didn't get, I was told I was going to get an email by this time and I didn't get it. And so we have all seen leaders who immediately go to their employee, what happened? Why didn't you do this? You said you would do it. And it just begins to really squelch their spirit. And then they begin to make more mistakes after that. So he instead would talk to the customer and say, thank you so much for letting me know. I can guarantee you that something must have happened because this employee is always on target, always on time, prides himself in communicating on a timely basis. So I will make sure I will talk to this person. So validating, but also at the same time, uplifting that
Mhm.
employee by not ruining the reputation, right?
Yeah.
And so then he would go to the employee and again assuming positive intentions, which is something I talk about all the time.
Mhm.
You assume positive intentions. Is like, hey, I heard this, let me know, how can I help? Something happened, you are always so good at what you do. And he just changed the way that his employees really reacted to failure. It was not like this catastrophe, but it was an opportunity to learn and to talk about how we can support one another.
Yeah. That idea of assuming positive intent, we have a we have a Collins family values that hangs on the wall, and we all so there are 4 of us, my wife and 2 kids, and a few years ago, we put together, what are our family values? And one of them is assume positive intent. We don't always do that, but that's absolutely something that we're striving to do because, as you say, it changes the whole dynamic, the whole conversation
Yeah.
when we assume that, "Hey, this person generally is" maybe it's theory X versus theory Y, right? Where it's a theory Y sort of mindset where we're thinking, "Okay, people wanna do well, they wanna" so assuming that positive intent, I think, can make such a great impact on people and organizations as you're kind of describing.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%.